We're tapping into another frequency.
Yo, peace. What's up, people? My name is Bradz, and this is Questions with A&E. Let's go.
Thoughts, I let them go. Okay. I tap into that subconscious, ready, set, go. Nowadays it's cool to be conscious, but I don't know. Is it true knowledge of self, or is it just...
It's vast, it's vast. But I'll start with reggae, because I listen to a lot of reggae. I listen to a lot of reggae, old school lovers, rock, ska, dub. I think that really highly influenced my music is reggae. But then I grew up in the times before grime was fucking mainstream. You get me? So we grew up when man was huddling in circles in school, creating grime, and man was telling us it's a mad thing. Kind of like how we speak of drill now sometimes. We're like, wow, what's going on with this drill? That's how they was looking at grime. Was like, what's going on with grime, Also slow jams, R&B, soul, soul music, soul funk. Again, that's my mum. A lot of soul funk that she showed me. Also listened to a lot of rock. You get me? There was a point where I had a little skateboarding phase.
Your mind can still salivate, elevate. Let's get the Akashic record straight.
To throw a name out there, you might not know it. A brother called Brother Panic. He actually just passed away recently. But he does a lot of teachings on like spirituality. Big influence for me also is my mum, Big influence my dad as well. All of my immediate family that I spend time with, they influence me a lot. Some of the work that's inspired me, people like, we can drop names like J. Cole. I think another one's Rex Life Raj. Some of his songs are really good. Bob Marley was a massive influence for me in terms of reggae and in terms of just like, I know his songs. Like they can't know them from start to finish because I used to listen, back in the CD Walkman days, man would have Bob's CD in there. Do you get me? On the 217 and 279 to school, listening to that shit over and over and over again. So those things were almost ingrained into me, and it's mad because now we reach a certain age and I see how some of those things I didn't even truly understand are kind of embodied within me now. So I think that's a massive influence. But Jay-Z was actually a big influence back in the day, listening to his music. And the reason being is because he used to drop stuff and I used to go and research what he's saying because I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. And when I done research on it, it would blow my mind and it made me gain a lot of respect for Jay-Z.
I got bare gyal getting on to me, but I'm reasoning consequentially. Because I know what's meant.
It was around those grime days when I started making music. I used to sing. Well, I thought I could sing. One time I wanted to sing when I was real young, and I used to sing, I Believe I Could Fly. You get me? When I was real young, yeah. I used to sing that song before my voice broke and all of that. So I could hit certain notes and it was a vibe, you get me? Then one day they had talent show at school. We're talking primary school. So I went to primary school, jumped on that stage. Saw everybody in front of me, went to sing, and it came out on a joke. So after that, man was kind of traumatized for about 5 to 10 years. And man didn't really even think that I would possibly ever come to make music until we hit those grime days about like maybe 12, 13. And I'm like, okay, rah, everybody's doing these, everybody's dropping these bars, but I was really good at English. I used to love English, so I love writing and they'll be saying certain things and I would be like, I could do this better, you get me? I swear I could do this better. That's what I used to think to myself. So it made me start writing, so I was writing in secret for like a year. And then eventually, man, come out in the playground, start dropping some songs and that. And then it was just about being in the studio, but it was like, let me just get in the studio.
It's all in the mind, G.
I'll be honest, my creative process is to let the thing come. And what I've realized is sometimes I can just create a bar and write it from a beat, boom, and create it. And in that sense, my process would be, sometimes I find there's something I want to say. There's a message or a intention that I want to say, or a line, for example, that hit me, that goes with that beat. And I'll build the 4 bars or 8 bars around that one. But then what will happen is I'll hit others and it'll be like back, and then I'll build it around. Before you know it, I've got like an 8/16 I can kind of chop and change around. But that's a process. The best way, my process that I really like, is to let it come. And the reason I think is because that's the part of us which is like our subconscious mind, which knows that we can write whatever the fuck we want to write in a wicked way, yeah? And we have to kind of tap away from our conscious mind that's putting processes in play and let that thing do its thing. It's all in the mind. 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 It's funny that we're all on a spiritual journey. I really do think that we're all on a spiritual journey. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? First of all, I started really looking into it and trying to understand it when I was about 18, 19, because I went through an experience. I nearly passed away, and I learned a lot. I was like, okay, so why the fuck am I here? Do you get what I'm saying? Because it was close in terms of that. So that made me really look into it. But when I started looking into it and started studying it, and first of all, went to study Christianity, study Islam, study a lot of different things, and then I started to realize that from when I was young, I was tapped in already. I was looking for crystals when I was young. I was doing all these little things that when you're older, that's what they tell you to do to get into this spiritual journey. So I was like, wait, I've already been doing all this kind of stuff. I just kind of need to go back to that side of me and start really understanding it more. And then so that was like 15 years ago, but since then I've really been studying, reading a lot, looking into different things, and obviously experiences happen in life, and the more you start to read about spirituality and understand it, the more you just see it in everything. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. Hardly anyone's heard my fucking music anyway, because I don't release it. But it's because I used to be too much of a perfectionist. I'm like, nah, it's not good enough. Because I want my thing, if I'm hearing a song play on the radio, yeah, whether you like the song or not, yeah, that's cool, because there's billions of people out here. But the quality and level of music has to be the same if my thing's played after or before. I'm not having it. So only recently, it's got to a point where I'm like, I'm feeling and getting to that point now. So now I'm ready to release it. But to be honest, I make music like because I enjoy it, bro. I enjoy it, So I was past the point of, and there was a point where I realized I started really pushing the music. I was like, alright, let me push this thing. And then I was like, raw, it might be quite long to actually get there, kind of thing. So I kind of veered off onto something else, because I was only chasing it for money at that point. I was only looking at the thing for money. So, but when I veered off, I realized that, music is my baby. I don't even want to have to compromise my music because I'm doing it for money, if that makes sense. So I'm like, let me pattern up that money thing and then just, do my music for me. But I do want people to hear it. But if it was a way where no one ain't never gonna hear my music, I'd still fucking make it. So I'd listen to myself. Yeah.
Why did I doubt myself? I think I found myself. I think I found myself.
Copper is an element that's in our body. They say we're copper-based beings, carbon as well. And when you put water in the copper, 100% copper, it charges the water. Elements added into it is good for your digestive system. It's good for your joints. It's good for loads of different parts of your body, to the point where I can't even list them all off. But it is really good for you. And when you look back as well into like more ancient times, not even that long ago, they all used to drink from copper. Okay. Copper stuff, copper this, copper that, and that was it, but that's not the case now. But yeah, you can. There's loads of these copper bottles you can buy them from as well. And it's good to have it on an empty stomach. Okay. Empty stomach, you get the most benefit. So in the morning, this has been sitting overnight. You get me? I back that in the morning, like yeah. Different. Exactly, I can feel it. You can taste it as well. You taste like it's like a little bit metal, but it tastes good though. It's not bad. It's nice. Kid. Is it no? Play. No? Whoa, the stripy thing. I know it. Oh, Will Smith.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, it made me think of Kid and Play. Remember Kid and Play? You had that.
Perfect.
I don't know why I saw him in that top, but he's the only one with that top. That's your right. Idris Elba. I was supposed to get that. A violent man with a chain, you know. Okay. Kanye.
Perfect. Perfect.
After I saw the hair, though, I didn't see the hair till I saw the hair.
It's like a buzz cut.
Yeah, that's what made me think Kanye still. Ross. Jackie Chan? No. Man's close. I was not supposed to guess that. It's Bruce Lee. Yeah, it was. Yeah, when he had the big afro in there. Yeah. Enter the Dragon.
Perfect.
Old school like Slick Rick.
Perfect. You win.
In London, fam, whatever the fucking weather. What's left after death? Except transition into the next steps. Because you know, energy never dead. It's eternal. You gotta search for the thing internally. What happens externally? Try not to take that shit personally.